Hi there, I am here at Sunshine Coast at Nissan and I am going to be learning how to install a rear-facing child seat into the Nissan Navara here. I have got Hayden here, he's our local child seat fitter and he's going to teach us how to do it.
With this kind of vehicle, because it is newer than 2020, you have to feed your seatbelt through first. Basically what happens is, if you don't have that in there, your seatbelt alarm goes off all the time when you're using ISOFIX. When you're installing a rear-facing seat, it's super important that you get the angle correct. So, and it does look a bit silly sometimes, but it is in the manual. But we're just using a towel to make sure that the angle that the baby's sitting at is correct. So generally when they're sitting inside of here, and I'll get the seat in there in a sec, but generally they should be sitting around 45 degrees or less. So that just helps manage that angle a bit better. Now before we begin, I'm going to just take the headrests out because that's where your tether strap loops are up the top here. So just move them out of the road, but we'll put them back in a bit later.
So in a lot of dual cab utes, the top tether anchor point is behind the seat back, so it's a metal bar.
Yep. But
in the Navara here, and in a lot of new dual cab utes, they are woven loops behind the headrests, aren't they?
Yeah, that's correct. So with this kind of one, instead of having a metal bar in the middle, we've got two woven loops, and you need to bring your tether strap through and they connect onto there. Normally, whenever I'm installing a seat like this, I'll start with the ISOFIX first. So you get your straps out like that, and you can see I'm just balancing it up there so I can actually see on both sides where I'm clicking it in. That clicks in like that, and then it has a little indicator on there when it is engaged. That will turn green on there. Do that one as well. And bring it through. Just make sure it's positioned correctly like that. And what you're doing is just tightening it up, and then they have indicators up inside, and that should turn green as well. This is always a little bit tricky because you've got to try and manage the twists as you feed it through, and I found it easier to just kind of bring it through like that and just really focus on how the strap is folding through there.
Yep.
Bring it through, flip it onto the middle, and then just keep bringing it through. Yep, and then you got your adjuster on this side and you just tighten that up.
And you're just removing the slack from that?
Yeah, so generally just kind of so you can feel a bit of firmness up there. Yep. If you do it up too tight, then this lifts up through here, which changes the angle and makes that dangerous, so you certainly don't want that.
Yeah. And you just wind up that excess tether strap, don't you? So that it doesn't wave around, hit the child in the face, or it's not a choking hazard then either. Yeah,
that's correct. So this is the strap here. You just get a little bag up the top here you can tuck that into. But yeah, try and keep that out of the area where the child is sitting. Once you're done, make sure you're putting these back in. And that is pretty much done. And we'll just double check that it is definitely green on both sides. So it should be green up inside of there and up inside of here, and then tether strap is nice and firm.
That looks really good, Hayden.
Yeah, good install.
If you want to learn how to install child seats forward facing into the Navara, or if you want to learn how to install them into the Nissan Qashqai or X-Trail, then you can click on the video links here, 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 here and here.